Hello guys and welcome to this hobby update. I have actually a lot more to show than what I have right here. So I'm gonna start with the finished models. So the first one is this terrain piece right here that you can remove these parts. There we go. Let's show the base first. Just very simple, the base. The base is mostly painted with speed paint, actually, and I think it turned out very well, obviously, other than the golds. I think everything else is a speed paint. Then the paint that I used right there, I decided to use it in the cracks. Oh, yeah, and then the silver as well. Other than that, it ended up well. Then these guys were magnetized in case, I want to remove them. And yeah, they're just very simple. The same color as this, but with then a dry brush of, I think like flesh tone, I think. Don't really remember. No, it wasn't. I think it was. Well, it was a flesh tone, but I think it was specifically like this. Just to use that paint up, because it doesn't really work super well as an actual flesh color. But yeah, this is how they look. Let's see. We have the throne right here, which I think looks good for the effort that I put in. At first I first painted the skulls as actual skulls, but it didn't look that well, so I decided let's just do everything gold. And then that's fine. And I mean, I could have painted the rim of this right here something, but I'm kind of like, I need to be like, okay, that's good enough, stop. Because if I always try to do like every little thing and never stop a project, that just makes me go on breaks that take months and months to get out of. And right here we have a resin. This is a recast of like the older, what's called Penitent engine that I got for free. Don't remember what I bought, but the seller then threw in this as well. I think I bought some paint and the seller decided, here you go, take this as well. So, yeah, no, I bought bases, not paint. Anyways, here it is. And yeah, I decided to paint him like this. The metal is, I think it's this right here, lead, or the pewter paint that is now empty, like I've used it all up. It's one of those two. Yeah, because this has been, in the works for quite some time, and I just paint a little bit here and there, but I'll say it's done. I mean, this is obviously like upside down, but I mean, that's fine. I like how the green pop ends up popping with it, and then the reds. I think I did a pretty good job with like just minimal colorings. And yet again, that was kind of like low effort. Then this guy is done. This is Corgus Kull and his little dog. Normally there's a chain, but it snapped, and I actually liked it more without the chain on. So I ended up fixing things up to just make it so that, well, this is just a punching weapon. Then he has, his axe right here. that I didn't paint right there, because I mean you're never gonna see that. It's in shadow all the time, especially if it's when it's on, the ground. And it's not like I play this army. This is just a model that I painted for fun. I like how the cape turned out, with the black and the brown. Like, I'm happy with this guy. And also the armor, I think. Pretty simple to do. It's just painting trim is quite annoying, but it's easy but annoying. So yeah, that's how he looks. Gorgeous Cole. And his dog. Um, oh no, wait, I have one more finished model that I can show off. This Macargo is just a Pokemon figure that I cut off the little flame he has on and then put him on base. And then just painted him up to look like something else. I actually like how the eyes ended up. I might add like a gloss coat on the eyes and on the skin. So that's something I might do, but to just make it seem like slimy. But other than that, I'm quite happy with how it turned out. But yeah, and the color right here is also this, just to use that paint up. Because it's not a paint I would recommend. Let's see. We then have this guy, the Slaughter Priest, which was like a free model that came with something. I think it was the White Dwarf, I want to say, but I'm not entirely sure if it was the White Dwarf actually, but he's almost done. I mean, I'll say like the only thing I really I'm gonna probably paint that gold, and then fix up the base a bit, and then I'm probably gonna call this guy done. Yeah. The camera doesn't really pick up the highlights super well, but they look better in real life than they do on camera. But that tends to be the case, right? That things in real life looks better because it's not as zoomed in as it is on camera. And that is not supposed to be blood. I mean, I did use the blood for the Blood God paint. And man, that metallic looks awful. It really does look terrible. But it looks serviceable in real life. Because it basically is this painter right here, which is a mixture of chainmail and basically the old metallic pale gold. Not that this one, that is the new version, is actually good. I would not recommend pale gold from Warcolors. I quite like their other paints, and I have an affiliate links to Warcolors in the description. But I would not recommend pale gold. I do love their like one coat paint range are really good. They have good colors. I would say their metals, like their silvers and their golds, are not it. I've not used a silver and gold from Warcolors that I've liked. But their colored metals, such as, like metallic blue, metallic purple, like I like. It's weird that it's just the standard metallics that tend to seem to be terrible. Let's see. Then we have this orc boss that I'm working on, and I'm working on trying to figure out, like, I'm gonna do like a rabble of orcs. So the orcs don't really have a unified color scheme other than the bases. Basically, it's probably the only thing they're gonna be unified by them, and it's just gonna be something super simple like this, because there's a lot of like old orc models that I have, and I don't want to put a lot of effort into their bases. So I'm probably just gonna do something like this, and that's gonna be it. But yeah, he's fun. He looks good. I've had a fun time painting him. The only thing really left to do is just some touch-ups on the bases. We're gonna add like a few things here and there. Like the base color is gonna be this green here. Then I'm gonna add a little bit on their bases, just here and there, you know, a little stuff. Especially maybe like to fix up some like problems like that and stuff like that. But other than that, I say this guy is basically done, other than painting that yellow and maybe give him red eyes, because that's another unified thing about my orcs, I guess, is that they have red eyes. But other than that, he's gone. He's done. And that is almost everything. I forgot these two guys. Who are just some Chaos Warriors that are basically just painted with like leftover paints. Like I just have them right there. And instead of just letting the paint dry out, I've used some just on these guys over the time. I mean, what I did yesterday was basically the horns. And that was when I used this bone color on the bone parts that you've seen so far, which I quite like. I like this War Paints bone. It has actually been pretty good. So yeah. Oh, I could have done that. I didn't pay attention to. Oh, he has skeletons on his back that I could have used some of that paint on. But I mean, I'm gonna be painting bones probably today, so try to remember that. But I mean, these Chaos guys are pretty similar to my orcs in a sense, that they're just gonna have a super simple base, which is basically just the base painted with a color, and then they're gonna have just be complete rabble of colors that is basically unified by their base. And I assume maybe I'll unify them by their cloaks. I don't know. You can say like, oh, these are Chaos Undivided. And maybe I'll Kid Bash like a champion that leads them, a champion who actually like rejects all the gods or something, or he worships every single god, like Chaos God, that is, or maybe just every single god. I don't know, but yeah, that's how they are. And that seems to be a theme actually, now I think about it, when it comes to like armies that I do. My guards are pretty similar in the fact that might be because I just like painting different colors.